Hello students, this is Professor Shruti and we will be studying a part of surveying 1 through this e-communication. As we all know that due to lockdown our college will not start till 31st of May, but according to AICTE guidelines we need to complete our syllabus before 31st of May. To start with, this is my first lecture which we will be covering trigonometric leveling, a small case in trigonometric leveling. I will be giving videos in parts which will cover each case individually. Okay, so this is a part of leveling. From the name itself you can make out that it is we are going to use trigonometry to do or to get the RLs of some points in leveling. This is a part of unit 2 from surveying 1. So for introduction, trigonometric leveling is an indirect method of leveling. Of course, it is indirect method as we are going to take some field data on the field and then we are going to use trigonometric methods to finally solve the solve and get the RL of some given point. Okay, this method, the difference in elevation of the point is determined from the observed vertical angles and measured distances. So we are going to measure horizontal distances and also calculate vertical angles using a theodolite. All this while for leveling, for fly leveling, for profile leveling, we were using a dumpy level which we could tilt only in horizontal direction by 360 degrees. Now the instrument theodolite, which you will be studying in detail in surveying 2 in the next year, this particular instrument can also tilt in a vertical manner by 180 degrees, and we can measure the vertical angle with respect to the horizontal, that is the center of the instrument. So we will be using a transit theodolite to calculate the vertical angle, and horizontal distances will be measured by using a simple tape, and then trigonometric concepts will be applied to calculate or to get the final data that is required. This method is commonly used where for the topographical work, wherein the elevation to calculate the elevations of the top of the buildings, chimneys, or any other buildings or towers, whatever. Now it can be used to its advantage in difficult terrains such as mountainous areas. So if a tower is at the top or the peak of the mountain and we need to calculate the height of the that particular tower at that of that building, we can do it using a trigonometric leveling. We will understand the concept as we go ahead. Now, depending upon the field conditions and the measurements that can be made with the instruments available, there can be innumerable cases. So this will change from field to field, as each field, whatever data we can calculate or directly we can measure the distances or measure vertical angles, we will be taking that data and then try to apply or try to use a trigonometric concept to solve the given problem. So the cases are, the basic cases are three. The first case is base of the object is accessible to us. This means that from the instrument station, wherever we put the instrument or we set the instrument, the base of the object, wherein the object is a vertical building or a tower or a temple or a church, whatever. So the base of that particular building or object is accessible to us. That means we can calculate the horizontal distance or we can reach the base of the object. So the horizontal distance from the instrument station till the base of the building can be calculated easily. That is measured measured manually by using a tape. The second case is base of the object is inaccessible. That means we cannot go to the base of that particular object. The later part in this statement, that is instrument station in the same vertical plane as a elevated object, we will understand the concept of this when we see the diagram. Okay, so basic two cases are when the base of the object is accessible to us, that means we can reach the base of the building, and base of the object is inaccessible to us. The third one is base of the object is inaccessible but the instrument station not in the same vertical plane as the elevated object. We are not going to cover this particular case as it is slightly complex. It is difficult to cover it using a PPT, so I have kept this to cover when we meet. So we will be doing only case 1 in this particular video. So this is a diagram, it is very simple diagram which explains or which is the setup for case 1, wherein the base of the object is accessible to us. So this is the vertical object. You can consider it as a building or a chimney or a tower, which is FA. Okay, this is our instrument, that is instrument. The C is the center of the instrument. This is a telescope which sights point F. which makes an angle theta. This is the vertical angle theta with the horizontal. Horizontal is the horizontal line of sight of the instrument. So this is a transit theodolite. That means the telescope can be tilted in a vertical manner to get the angle theta. So FA is a vertical object. This C is the instrument, that is a transit theodolite that is set up, and D, capital D, is the horizontal distance between C, that is the instrument, and the base of the object. As this case 1, in the case 1, base of the object is accessible to us. We can very well find out the value of capital D by simply using a tape. We can measure it manually. So the setup is, we set the instrument here, we keep the staff at the benchmark, we take a backside which is taken as reading S, capital S. Okay, this is just an assumption. So the backside on the staff kept at benchmark is S, and the FE is taken as H. So we need to calculate H. EA is known to us, it will be same as S. Okay, so we have to calculate what is H, and theta is the vertical angle made with the horizontal. So by using this diagram, we will find out, or we will derive the formula to calculate the RL of point F. So we will get the height of the vertical object FA. So to get the RL of point F, we will be using the triangle FCE. So we will be using this particular triangle FCE to get the RL of point F. Okay. So here I have given what is point F, what is C. I have already explained to you all. You can refer to these notes. We will go ahead with the derivation. So we have to consider the triangle CFE. Okay. So consider triangle CFE, and we know FE and we know CE, that is H and D, wherein H is unknown and D is known to us. Also theta is known to us. So by using a trigonometric concept of tan theta, we will be able to calculate what is H. So if you take tan theta, it will be FE upon CE, that is opposite upon adjacent. So here tan theta is equal to FE upon CE, which is equal to H upon D. Therefore H can be written as D tan theta, wherein D is measured and theta also is measured by using a transit theodolite. So H can be calculated. Now reading on the staff at benchmark is capital S. This is assumed. So reading on the staff, that is the back side, is S. So RL of point F will be equal to RL of BM plus S plus H. I will show this in the diagram. So pay attention. RL of point F, we need to calculate this. So to get RL of point F, we will be starting from the benchmark, RL of benchmark. So it is equal to RL of benchmark, which will be known to us, plus S. So we reach here. This is the backside reading on the staff kept at benchmark. So RL of benchmark plus S. So we are in the same horizontal line, plus H. So we get the RL of point F. I'll just repeat. RL of benchmark plus S. This is the line of horizontal side of line, and plus H. So we get RL of point is equal to RL of BM plus S plus H, wherein H is D tan theta. So finally RL of point F is equal to RL of benchmark plus S plus D tan theta, wherein D is the horizontal distance between the instrument station and the base of the vertical object, and theta is the vertical angle to the top of the vertical object with the horizontal. Okay, the major notes for this particular case is, this method is usually employed only when the distance between the instrument and object is small, as it will be easy for us to measure the distance, that is horizontal distance capital D, and if the distance is very large, we will have to apply the combined correction for curvature and refraction in this particular method. We have already covered the concept of correction for curvature and refraction in the class. So you know what is CR and CC, and you also know combined correction for curvature and refraction, that is capital C, which is equal to CC plus CR. The formula is known, so we will have to add that C here. So RL of point F will be equal to RL of BM plus S plus D tan theta plus capital C if the distance is large between the instrument and the vertical object. So this covers the first case wherein the base of the object is accessible to us.